It's definitely ironic, I would say, as the journey of me being an active participant in my lust journey. Of course, I realize it is a short journey. I would say. Uh, what do I mean by that in particular? Excuse me. I actually mean that once you go from one person, once you develop a relationship with one person, you, with intent, you say all of these different kind of things to elevate their internal, let's just say their frequency in their internal system. We say all of these great things, all of these great things. Then you go from one person to another person with the same motive. You realize in your life that this shit is this shit get old. The same thing happened with me. Your journey of lust is a very short journey with anyone that you have with, of course. Like there's some shit I realized and it actually took me a couple of months when I was 21 years of age. Um, and, I just was saying this shit is not it. I'm ready to establish my family. I already established a relationship with my girl, then my fiance, all of that. I'm ready to establish some stability in my lifetime because it should get boring. Going from one person to another person to another person, and then you realize it will actually dictate how you feel. When we are talking about sex, we're not just talking about something that's physical, of course. Sex has nothing to do with the physical. You know what I'm saying? Sex is an exchanging energy machine. The penis penetrates the vagina, correct? So based on how he's maneuvering through your vagina, goes to show how much the energy he have towards you, whether it's positive or negative. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of times we got sisters, our beautiful sisters. They got so many energies inside of their internal system, inside their spiritual system. They got someone from 3 years ago that they still holding on to their energy. Memories of them still dwell in her mind. You get what I'm saying? It could be JJ, it could be Ronnie, it could be any whomever. It's just still in there. And a lot of times, whether we are conscious of it or unconscious of it, we have a lot of energies inside of our internal system by having sex. This is why me personally actually made me a declaration and stated that I'm going to not have no more sex for a few months because I still got energy myself. I think that haven't been fully uninstalled from my internal system. Are you following me? So I must go on a sex fast. You get what I'm saying? I must do this in order for me to actually get cleansed because this is the process of cleansing. This is a process of uninstallment from energies. Because I remember when I was going from one, and then my brother he actually told me, brother, man, you 20, man, you 21, brother, why you not out here? You get what I'm saying? Having sex with basically multiple girls, partying, going to bar, going to clubs and things of that nature. That's not on my nature, brother. No, it's some brothers that got 30 plus bodies. You get what I'm saying? Can you just imagine all energies, multiple of energies, more than 5, more than 15, you get what I'm saying? All of these energies inside of one body. Inside of one body. Everything is energy. You know what I'm saying? The thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So we just really must take this underneath serious consideration. It's saying that we all need to have, not just me, but we need to all have a sex fasting, period. When you think about someone, you think about the good times and what you guys had. You think about if the sisters are watching, which the sisters are, you think about how the simple fact that he used to do this for me. He taught me this. He showed me this. And you guys literally physically separate from each other. You guys filed the divorce. You guys broke up from a relationship and things of that nature. The energy is still there. The energy is still there. So then the question actually becomes, am I psychologically, emotionally, spiritually separated from his energy? You get what I'm saying? Because anytime we think about someone, that's straight up energy. We must question ourselves with these things, because if not, if the answer is no, then you still have that energy inside of you. And a lot of times we have so much energy inside ourselves that to the point that we are literally a mixture of all of that. We actually become all of those things. So, in other words, we become the person with that language. We become that person, whether it's Ronnie, if for a sister, with his thought process. We become that person, name is JJ, with his, you get what I'm saying, his language, his how he dressed and things of that nature. We become fragments of energies that's been in inside of our internal system. This is like some real shit. This is like some real shit. And that's why we really got to examine ourselves. We got to examine ourselves to see how we operate, afterwards from sex, whether it's 1 hour, 30 minutes, or things of that nature. We really must examine this, because this is the process of healing. This is a process of elevation. This is the process of going to another step further in your journey in your lifetime. And a lot of people I would say, they they have to actually do this by themselves. Any journey of evolution, it's not with people. The journey of self knowledge, self love, understanding, that was by yourself. These are facts. Any person who has self knowledge and self love and self understanding, they know this shit without a shadow of a doubt. So the process, you have to do this shit by yourself. By yourself. Because who love you? Who know you better than yourself? Many times people say that my mother, she knows better than she knows what's best for me. No, your spirit do. Your spirit does. Not your mother. And I just had to come on here and just express my journey, how it was a short journey. As far as all the people in which I had experiences with, having sex with them, saying things that make them feel good, operate on, make sure they operate on a high frequency, educate, all of these things in return, in exchange, I want sex. That's it. I was so focused on the physical that I wasn't actually appreciating someone's existence in my lifetime. So it wasn't until I actually examined my own state in which I was operating in. You get what I'm saying? It's some real shit, and shit it gets old, like on some real shit. Because and not only it gets old by you constantly doing the same shit on your lust journey, you will actually get older in life too. So you'll go from 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then from 20 all the way to 30 you'll do it. And then from 30 to 60 you do it. The shit gets old. It doesn't feel exciting no more. It still feel good, but it's not exciting no more. It's not really, you know what I'm saying, healthy. It's not really healthy. The energy is not healthy. Oh yes, sister, peace and joy. The shit is not healthy, and it's best for, and it's interesting too as well. I remember when not brother, but sister, Betty Shabazz, she was explaining how the fact that Malcolm himself, he went 12 or 10 years once he got out of prison. Well, I think once Betty married Malcolm, or Malcolm married Betty, or something of that nature. He went 10 or 12 years without having no sex. Over a decade or for a decade without no sex whatsoever. That's how disciplined he was. And I'll leave you guys with this. When it comes down to discipline comes with self-control. You got to control your sexual appetite. I understand that most brothers and sisters, they have a sexual appetite connected back to their trauma, their past, how things transpire, how they actually handle it for them to actually become this individual. But I would say is that thing is wearing you out. So it comes the mere fact that, are you sick of going through the same thing? You can actually want better for yourself. And at times, someone can want something for you what you don't even want for your goddamn self. How the hell can I want how the hell can I for someone to actually want better for me and I don't want better for myself? That it seems as if that you pushing a wall and the wall is not going down. The wall is still there. So in other words, that you actually gotta want better for yourself. Cause that's a lot of work. You pushing and you priming someone and it's like, hey, I'm good. Like my condition, it bothers me, but it's not bothering me enough to actually me wanting to do something better for my own condition or for my reality or both. You gotta want better for yourself. So get a journal, start writing to yourself, express to yourself, express to someone. Because also, when it comes down to healing, it comes with you expressing to someone about your condition, about your situation, because at times we always want to bottle up things, but it's not good to bottle up things because that leads us to have sleepless nights, that leads us to have depression, that leads us for sadness, that leads us almost as if that we're going to commit suicide. So we don't need to bottle up all the things of which we don't want people to fall judgment to, but we need to have a selective few, I would say, that we actually could express how we feel. If you look in I keep saying I'll leave you guys with this, but Jada Pinkett Smith, she had a sex addiction. Her Facebook TV show, if you will, Red Table Talk, she was explaining that. Isn't it ironic that in Set It Off, she actually said that I'm in a bind, Nate. And then the next scene was she was actually having sex with him. She said because she was so frustrated. She said anytime when she feel depressed, anytime when she feel weak, and things of that nature, the gateway, the scapegoat was sex. Was sex. It's something that was deeply rooted inside of her that developed her to always go through that pathway. But we must have discipline. We must have discipline because craves can always get removed from your life. It's just a mere fact on whether you want it removed from your life. And we all must have a sex fasting and get all of these energies out of our internal system. Peace, love, and joy.